What's up, y'all? Kofi Kingston here, and I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks, depending on what that drink is, preferably non-alcoholic, you know?
How's it going? I'm the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Wardlow here.
Soda.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Maple syrup.
I would never have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
And hello, welcome to another episode 1 of Wrestling on the Rocks. I am your host, Absolute Mandy Saints. And yeah, it's Halloween season for a reason. And with me, I actually brought a special guest, okay? Because I love each and every one of you guys. So, without further ado, man, everyone's retiring. Can we give it up for my buddy, my homie, AJ Styles?
You don't want none.
No.
You don't want none.
No. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations to you and Dragon Lee. Really interesting combo of people winning the tag team titles.
Those are the tag champions right now. That's insane.
Yeah, that is kind of insane. Yeah.
They're pushing Dragon Lee pretty hard.
They are. And, you know, honestly, like, it's, I don't want to say it's too late, but it's been a little bit. I don't know if it has to do with AAA or AAA, as some people like to say. But I don't think
it's too late, but I don't think he has the charisma or the abilities that Penta has in spades. Yes. Phoenix has more skill, but also, I mean, I know that there's still rumors. Is he back? Is he not? But Santos Escobar is really the lucha you need to get behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also, like, I mean, to me, Dragon Lee is on the same level, and I don't mean this with the amount of disrespect it sounds like, but on the level of the LWO guys, Joaquin Wilde and Del Toro, like Dragon Lee fits in right in there with them, right? And that's not a bad place to be. They're all fantastic, but I do see Escobar and Penta at kind of a higher level than all of them.
Absolutely.
That it's a little weird that they pushing Dragon Lee so much.
Absolutely.
But, Maybe he'll
Well,
catch on.
my opinion always has been, I said in episode 1, that you know, he- he's not a very safe worker. There's a lot of things that he's kind of botchy. I mean, I almost saw him kill Hiromu at New Japan in San Francisco. That was unsettling. And just kind of his diva moments that he's had. Because I don't think they've ever been his skill and talent have never been worthy of that. So this, who knows? But they do have better luchadors. I mean, at this point right now, fucking El Grande Americano, I think, is better and more over than he is. So
he is more over. And I'm not trying to say he's bad. I think all the luchadors they have are very, very good.
They are.
I think Dragon Lee is really good. But I think that it's weird to see. It's just weird to watch and go, they're pushing him like a standout when he's not the standout. You know what I mean? I'm afraid it's going to hurt him longer term than help him.
I think so. I mean,
but we'll see. Hopefully, honestly, they all get over.
Yeah, the one luchador I think that, man, I just really wish he wasn't at AEW, but I think would be phenomenal, and especially with everything they're doing with AAA, Bandito. I've always loved Bandito, though. Bandito's doing some really excellent work over there in AEW. Him and Brodito, tag team champs.
Was it him and Matt Riddle?
Who and Matt Riddle?
Is that Bandito and Matt Riddle? Brodito?
Brodito's Brody King. How dare you insult Brody King? Why
is Brody King talking like he's the king of bros? He needs to fucking relax on that.
Oh, he is lately? Oh, no.
I don't know. I'm saying if you call yourself Brodito, that's not fucking
Brodito like Brody. Brody and Dito.
No, it's not. It's not like Brodito. It's not like Brody Ito. Right? No. It's not. It is Bro Dito because Bandito, it's bro. They fucked that up. They fucked that one up. That's a miss.
You know who does that? Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? My former boss, fucking too much snow.
Yeah.
You know, what can I say? What can I say? Quick shout out, Marv. He couldn't get in his Halloween costume and he had a diva fit. So happy birthday. Sorry.
Screaming about how it's his birthday, doesn't wear a costume. And I was like, you're not on the Halloween show, not in costume, dude. What the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
It was like, we'll get past it.
Yeah.
We'll get past it. But
yeah.
But it was
he just needs to know he needs to go to the program.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
Shit. Like it happens. But let's get the birthdays out of the way because there's lots of.
Well, let's start with some. We can't cheers the birthdays without a little.
Oh, damn! Already know episode 2. So, March, what's in your glass? It's our favorite game, guys.
I am having fresh, crisp swamp ass. Delicious swamp ass.
What is swamp ass?
Do you see that on there?
I like the photo. Like that
it's
one.
Not a photo, it's
like
a drawing.
Oh.
That I did because this is a beer that I brewed myself. This is a Kolsch I made. And since it's a marsh beer, it is a swamp ass.
Wow.
Swamp ass beer. See, that's badass. I made a label of me, a swamp thing carrying a lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I went all the way out to San Diego, made it. It's my second batch of swamp ass. And this one's a little lighter, a little crispier, a little fruitier, fruity, crisp swamp ass.
Ooh. I can't wait till November because I should be having one of your creations because I still haven't had the wedding one, but that here nor there.
That's the one. That's it.
That is the one. Swamp ass.
Yeah.
But it wasn't called swamp ass at the wedding.
Is it? Well, we had 2 names at the wedding.
Oh.
We had episode 2, which was bestowed upon us by Bishop. And we had swamp ass. So it was the same beer, but 2 labels to see which one people would prefer.
And they like swamp ass.
Landslide.
Let me tell you why.
Well, really, a swamp ass landslide is more like a mudslide.
Yeah. But you know why? It's because everybody loves a good ass.
It's true.
Shout out to you, NXT champion. But we'll talk about him later, and that is deflating butt. Anyways. So let's we weren't.
What are you drinking?
Oh, sorry.
God.
Jesus.
It's like the 3rd time I've asked you.
Fuck. I'm boring. I know. Boring. Just regular Coke. Because you know why, folk? It doesn't matter what you drink. It's who you're drinking with. And have a water, you know. Yeah. So here's one thing. Never go to a show. Well, I should never go to a show when I'm losing my voice. But we'll talk about that.
I'm sure a lot of people around you appreciated that.
I don't know. Jury's out on that one.
All right. You do the birthdays, and then we got to talk the Amanda trip.
Oh, yeah. So real quickly, last week, since we were not on, there were some really cool birthdays. Just want to hit up Lyra Valkyria, Carmella, the baby. So cute. Have you seen pictures of the baby?
Yeah. And I like when Bailey's over there visiting and she'll post shit about it and stuff too. Like,
it's awesome.
It's always cool.
Ron Breaker, happy birthday. El Phantasmo. Mansoor of MXM. I'm really glad, I'll just say this, that at least that gimmick is working over at AEW.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
People really like it over there.
They're into it. They're cheering him.
Yeah, they're really into it.
All right, cool.
Too Cold Scorpio, Rosa Mendez. All right, I'll be nice. Fuck you, Phil Brooks, and I hope you had a shitty birthday. That was nice. That
was pretty nice, actually. It's nicer than I would have been.
It could have been worse. One of my favorites, Taka Michinoku. Happy birthday. Taka-san. Wheeler Yuta, happy birthday. Bobby Fish. You know, everyone on the X machine is like, oh my God, he aged so quickly in 3 years. Dude, he's not fucking dyeing his fucking mustache and his hair. He's
also, he was pretty. Well, yeah, for one, he's been dyeing it for a while, but two, he was also like the oldest one in the group. He was the oldest for a while there, so it's not surprising that like he's not out there on TV every day and kind of relaxes it.
Exactly. Absolutely. Layla Hirsch, happy birthday. Happy birthday to the king of Taco Bell, Alex Zane. Dan Moff, happy birthday. One special birthday, celebrating his 52nd birthday. Goddamn Montel Montanius Porter MVP. Happy birthday, guy. Rocky Romero, happy birthday. Zukar. Today, Carmen Petrovic is celebrating her birthday, as well as the new NXT Women's Champion, Tatum Paxley. We'll talk about that. Here's another one I'll kind of be nice to. Edge, happy birthday. Giselle Shaw, happy birthday. Luther with Tony Storm, happy birthday. Bobby Heenan back up in the sky, happy birthday, dude. Another one who's celebrating a birthday is Fred Rossier, who was Darren Young. Still doing some really incredible stuff.
Is he? I'm glad he's still out there. I haven't seen or heard from him in a while on any of the stuff, but he was always awesome and a stand-up guy, so I'm glad he's still
New Japan.
Doing something.
New Japan.
Oh, fucking great. Great place for him.
Yeah, New Japan. And then he does stuff around California. I know he does FSW sometimes too. Over in Vegas. Andrade, nice. I hope your birthday wish is a permanent home.
You saw the fucking, he can't wrestle for a year now?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, dude. You did
so
this to yourself.
Funny. It's funny because it's like a sad thing that had no business happening. You know what I mean? Like, like it's not like they didn't have access to the contracts. It's not like someone couldn't have read it to begin with. It's not like this is an unheard of thing in their contracts. Apparently, it's been a stipulation in their contracts for quite a long time. So it's just a matter of either he didn't understand the contract at all and didn't tell anybody about it and specifically lied about it. Or I guess those are the options, right? He either understood it and lied about it, had no idea and didn't ask any questions, or no one there asked a single question and just said, fuck it, let's just roll with it. Or they lied. You know what I mean? Like there's no fucking outcome where anyone looks good here.
No.
That's why it just made me laugh. The idea that's all like, oh, he can't be on TV for a year, but they just showed him attacking their main guy. So it's such a fucking stupid thing to happen that it's hysterical.
Yeah, that just goes to show you, folk, if you are wanting to be in this a wrestler, there's some people don't watch their actions. Can we put Andrade on that list behind like Phil Brooks, Matt Riddle, Hulk Hogan? Yeah, don't be a racist. You know, shit like that.
No.
Just saying.
No.
Just saying. Remember Total Divas, Cameron. It's her birthday. Happy birthday. Mascota
That was the
Dorada.
other Funkadelic, right?
Yes, she was
That
the
was
other
Naomi's
Funkadelic.
partner. Yeah.
Yes. So Mascota Dorada. This is the little guy, I believe, in Triple A.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Ryan Nemeth. I call him Ziggler Light. Nemeth Light. Happy birthday. Nicole Savoy. Great women's wrestler. Go back and look in Shimmer. She fucking dominated, and it was pretty awesome. She's quasi-retired now, but Nicole, happy birthday. And finally, this man really needs no introduction. I personally, right now, I'm just so upset that he's not being used as he should be. But you know what? You got to give the man some fucking birthday love. You know who I'm talking about. Do it with me. L.
A.
Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't we have him like fucking be the champion? Why? I don't understand. Why is it that difficult? Why? People eat out of the fucking palm of his hand. You know?
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, they should toy with that story when he loses his voice. No. That's the allure of him. Fucking have him lose his voice. Are you fucking odd? I know they did it before on TNA, and it's odd. It was only for 2 months, but still. That it's like almost like, oh yeah, let's make him Max Dupree again. Whatever. But those are all of our birthdays. So I'm really hoping that each and every one of them, except for Phil Brooks, has a happy birthday. Or had. Yeah.
No.
Wish I could haunt him. But anyways, Halloween. Gotta love it. Joust fingers.
Yep.
Real quick before we get into anything, friend of the show, Thunder Rosa. She's actually anytime now going to be back in wrestling. Sidelined, of course, with another injury. I just think by now, soon, I know that her contract has to be up soon. And
is this like an injury thing or not? Like, what's the deal? Is she gonna?
It was injury.
Okay. And she thinks she's gonna be back soon.
Yep.
She said that on Busted Open because is she still on there or is that?
Yeah, she's
mostly
on Busted
Natty
Open.
now?
Oh yeah, she's still on Busted Open. She had said it in 2 different places. She said it on there, and also she was at a Comic-Con and said it there too. And from a live audience, I believe the word. Excuse me. I believe the words of Thunder Rosa, so I'm not going to question now. It never steered us wrong.
No.
But the world needs her. But I really, honestly, I feel that she really needs, she would be amazing in AEW. Just as like an ambassador of, whatever. Because kids love her, Everybody loves her. It's great. So I would hope that if there's any eggs in baskets and people leaving from AEW, don't go with the fucking dentist. Go with goddamn fucking Thunder Rosa. Said my piece.
Yeah.
Said my piece. But is what it is. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up. So I guess y'all know I went on a little trip.
Yeah, we're here to talk about your adventures.
Oh, yes. So it was
Primarily.
only a fly in, fly out. Everyone asked, why didn't you stay for SmackDown? Do you know how expensive it is? And I went the week before.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I don't know what happened on SmackDown, but, those prices,
They're crazy.
you can't do both. So, Amandaween Havok, I'm gonna show you my 2 merch haul. So I did buy the poster. I don't know if you could see.
No.
How do I do this? Okay, so here's the
Oh, that is a cool one.
yeah. So it's like a spider web, and
Yeah.
all of them signed, and it's at least light enough that you can see the signatures because they all did it in blue. Yeah. Although I will say that people are getting lazy with their signatures.
Dude, so bad.
I'm looking at you, Ethan Page, Blake Monroe, kind of too. Like when I was looking at it, why can't y'all be like JC Jane? She writes out her whole fucking name. Okay.
No, that's what I mean. Like some of them, the more popular they think they're going to be, the more it's all like just initial. I get so sad about it. Like honestly, there's some of them the signatures. At least Becky Lynch always tried to do that, right? She always wanted to be in the L with the backwards thing, and she added stars in the beginning and got rid of them later. Now, when she's taking her time, she'll put them there.
Yeah.
But there's so many awful signatures that have really gone bad.
Yeah.
Like, dude, yeah, Blake Monroe used to have a nice signature. When she was on the Indies as Mariah May, before she even got into AEW, I was following her, and she was always selling signatures and stuff. And I remember thinking I might grab one because of how nice her signature was. I was like, that's a quality one. If she's doing a BM now, that's just a fucking bowel movement on my card. You know?
Yeah. And you know, the one thing
autograph.
I'll tell you, the one person, you know, that guy. Obviously, he practiced signing his name a lot when he was Starks.
Yeah.
Saints, he needs to when he has downtime. Bro.
You know the weird part about Blake Monroe's? I mean, it is kind of cute, and she has a little heart at the end.
Yeah.
She could have done it where the B was the heart.
Yeah.
Or the M is the heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, because the shapes are really similar.
Yeah.
It could have actually looked like 2 hearts.
It could have.
You know what I mean? And that would have been a whole thing. But yeah.
Even Trick writes.
I mean, Ricky's doing pretty decent.
Well, yeah, I know, but sometimes Saints is hit and miss. Mine on this poster is pretty decent for what it is. You know, but Ethan Page is, come on, dude. Looks like your fucking kid did it. No offense, but you know, I mean, yeah. Even Cody's gotten kind of lazy. I've got Cody signed a couple things for me, and it looked great then. But honestly, I'd rather.
I've never loved his autograph's never been that great because he's always had the John Cena thing in mind, and John Cena's autograph's gotten worse over time.
Yeah.
And then nowadays, sometimes when he's like on it for a minute, like it'll come back, but a lot of them are pretty awful.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins used to have a solid signature. Now it's this sloppy SR. It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer because like you still see the reason it's such a bummer is because if you still see Hacksaw Jim Duggan or Ricky Steamboat or Bret the Hitman Hart, Rowdy Piper, to the day he died, had a big autograph. Roddy Piper. And it wasn't RRP. You know what I mean? Like you look at these old people, not these old people, these older talent, and their signature meant something. And now it feels like their signatures are based around the idea of them not wanting to do something.
Yeah.
And I get it. They're asked a lot more than back in the day. Bret Hart was not the WWE champion during a time when they would send him 250 cards and say, sign each of these and send them back.
Yeah.
That's obvious. That's clear. And now when they do cards and they send them to him and he sends them back, it's probably not as many as they're sending to a Becky Lynch or a Seth.
Yeah.
Like that's all true. And I get that, but that doesn't change the fact that when I look at the autograph, I go, oh, they initialed it. You know what I mean? Jerry the King Lawler, very specific, very big. You know, I can see my Alexa Bliss gloves that she signed, and you can see Alexa Bliss. And now she has kind of an AB when she's trying to hurry.
Yeah.
And I get Mick Foley's. I still can't read it, but it's big. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like,
you know,
it looks like a word. Even Xavier Woods has a style to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He kind of puts dashes after the X and W. Oh, the Hardys are great.
Oh
Jeff's
yeah,
got a
they're
great
great.
signature.
They're on here. That they're great. I love with Tatum Paxley is she kind of combines her T and P, and it
Yeah.
looks like she wrote Pax on it, which is kind
Yeah.
of cute.
Mm.
Zaria,
So it's like
big
T-Packs,
Z,
which I like that.
like Zora,
So
like
it's
Zora.
basically T-Packs, right?
T-Pax.
And you said Zari, which is great. That's I like that because it's an
And
abbreviation,
Soul
but
is
still
Soul. She writes Soul.
Soul. And I'm trying to think who the other one.
But I love how she
Roxanne's
does
got
her
a big
S.
one. LA Knights looks good.
Yeah, her S in Soul looks like a wave. I thought
Kevin
that was
Owens
really
looks
cool.
pretty good.
Trix is nice.
Bailey's is always pretty
Javon
solid.
has a good one.
Paige
Totally
Soraya,
nice
she's got a
photo.
good one.
Yeah.
I like Kevin Owens, even though it's a little
Yeah.
like sloppy and weird. His kind of reminds me of like Finn Balor, how it's just kind of this wild, crazy thing happening.
Oh yeah. The
You
Bucks,
said Zarya has a big A or a big Z?
yeah,
Zarya.
like Zoro, like, and it looks like a Zoro. You know how like the Zorro, like they would take the sword or the whatever the fuck. Yeah, it looks.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And then she puts Zarya inside the Z.
Yeah, or next to it, or she starts it in the Z. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like inside of it almost.
It's kinda
I see
cool.
it on the card. It looks great.
Yeah. Yeah, and Souls is great because her S looks like a wave.
Julia's is cool. Her
Julia's
S looks like a wave.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's really cool. She writes Soul, but it was cool because I'm like, that's so her, and it's her character. I haven't seen Stephanie Vickers because I didn't buy the autograph when I didn't know about
I
it.
see what you mean. She changed it. I'm looking at some older ones and it's not a wave yet, and then I see when it became a wave.
Mhm.
That's clever. That's fun.
The wave is cute. The wave is really cute. I think that's really cute. Yeah.
That's a good job on that. Yeah.
You know, sometimes with signatures, that was, you know what? When you get a good signature, right? When you're someone and you have a good signature, like, yeah, I get it. You don't want people to fucking fake it, right? And try to pass it off as real. I understand that. I get it, you know? But at the same time, if you're going to pay like $50, $100, $200 to have someone sign something, it better look fucking good. Okay? Because I would be pissed about you're going to sign something that looks like that after I just paid, blah, 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 you know?
Here's a couple versions of Stephanie's because she signs it in two different ways.
Mm.
But Stephanie Vicor, I think she's got a good one too. She at least writes out Vicor. Sometimes it's S Vicor. Sometimes it's Stephanie Vicor with like an upside down cross in it. She's got a couple signature versions that I think are great. But yeah, I agree. Sometimes you go out of your way, you spend a ton of money and you spend all day long to meet this person. And I don't mind if their signature goes quickly, but I do mind when I look at it and I go, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, you know who had a good signature too? And I think she used her whole name, was Mandy Rose.
Yeah. I mean, after a while, it was just Mandy. But yeah.
Yeah.
She had a good one.
She had a good one. But either way, it doesn't, you know.
I actually like Sasha Banks's old one with the dollar sign in it. Great.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. But of course, yeah. But like I said, I really kind of like JC Jane's because she does the whole thing. And it's pretty fucking awesome.
Naomi's
trying to
good.
think what
She's
other
like
autographs.
Naomi.
The one who does
got
really
a big, nice one is Maria Kanellis.
Yes, she does. She does.
Big, nice Maria.
Yep. And you know who else has a big one? Marty.
Marty. Oh, yeah.
When he signs, well, I'm not going to say when he signs certain things, but if given the space, he does. I've never had a shitty
good one.
Never had a shitty Marty one. But then again, people say, well, you guys are, I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with that. Even the first one I ever had, it wasn't like that. And you know what? I never had Zach sign anything because I'd rather take a picture with someone than have an autograph. Because now if I drew something like how you do, yeah, I'd love that. But where they're gonna have I have a stick figure of fucking Zack Sabre. Can you sign this? I drew you.
What was the other piece of merch you got?
The other one was the shirt. And they actually just like SmackDown, they were running out of merch. So it's the poster, right? But the back, the I was there was kind of great because it was very subtle.
That's cool.
With the logo. I liked that. And then today, in the mail, I got them.
You got your Starks.
I got my Starks. And one of these will be yours.
All right.
I got to get them signed. And yes, once again, now I'm going to make a comment on this. Okay. So when I pulled this out of the package, you see the invoice. So the invoice was kind of wrapped around my box, right? And there were like fucking two things. There was the line with my purchase, and there was another line above it that said lucky something. I'm like, why are you telling me this? I want to be surprised when I open it, right? You just fucking ruined it for me.
Oh, the little invoice thing. Yeah, you either open the invoice or the cards first. That's really on you.
I couldn't.
They always
list
what's there.
I couldn't open the cards because of.
I don't know. It's on you. It's not on them.
Yeah. Well, it's on whoever packed it. So yes, I did get one. I got another one of the 1 of 50s, 16 of 50, and I really honestly do believe that somewhere someone was told, if you ever see an email that has Ms. Amanda Jane with a Y, you need to fucking throw something in there or else she'll bitch. And Ricky will be, God damn it, I'll never hear the end of it. Fucking yeah. So what's interesting about the card, and I need to go back and watch No Mercy because I never did really. But in the card, in the photo, I can't really show it because it's not going to show. By his bottom leg over here, there's the person. I swear to God, I think that's me going. Yeah, I swear to God.
You think you're on the card?
On the card, yeah.
Oh, I'm in one of the cards from the Royal Rumble tops now. I think it's the Ronda Rousey one. You can see producer ladies. Yeah, there she is. You can see producer lady in the background.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Let me see.
She's a little blurry, but you can see. I'll check the picture you sent.
I'm blurry too, but I swear to God, that's me. Because if it really is me, I'm gonna joke with him. I'm forever cemented with you.
I don't think that's you because I see like a big bun.
I had my hair up.
In a bun?
Sometimes it's in a bun like this, yes.
Did you have bracelets on?
I had one.
So I think I see something on both wrists.
But the shirt was dark.
It does look like someone who's going like this.
Yeah, because
next to them.
No, nobody would do that. I'm the only one who'll do this. You know, like that one like gif that's like I think Rapunzel.
Oh, it looks like they're just resting their hand here, but looking to the person next to them.
Oh, well, then maybe it isn't me. Oh,
yeah. Damn!
I thought it was me. That's okay.
Yeah, that'd been good.
There'll be other times. So yeah. So that's my haul right now that I have. So let me put this bad boy in here. Now, okay. So Halloween Havoc. It was a kind of cool venue in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's fucking out there.
Yeah, in the Cuddies, Prescott Valley. I saw so many different cacti. After a while, they all looked really phallic. And I'm like, where the fuck am I? Don't know.
Yeah, the desert's trying to fuck you.
I guess so. So, the coolest thing I thought was the parking was free. Come on now, everybody.
I mean, that's pretty solid, but I mean, that's pretty common in smaller areas.
Yeah, but come on now. Like I'm paying, if I'm paying like $400, let's say, you think you'd give me at least discounted parking or something voucher.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking bottle of water. I don't fucking care. Come on now. I'm just saying. It was actually sold out. people were bitching because they had to move seats because of how they ended up taping it off, but they got better seats. So why bitch?
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to be in this weird corner where you're not going to see shit? Come on, people. Common sense. Yeah. So, as you guys know, second row. And I always say, I pray that there be a child or a short woman in front of me. No child, no short woman. It was a tall dude in a Dodgers hat.
Well, then that couldn't have been you. This person was laying their arms on the fucking banister.
That was No Mercy.
Oh, this was the other one. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's
but
right.
But No
that's
Mercy, right. I was on that side of his thigh. And I was the only woman that was like there on that side. Because there was the lady that you see, like, she's down this way. Yeah, that was giving away the bracelets. Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it could be me. I don't know. Could be.
Gotcha.
Could be. But anyways, so I was telling you, I know, like, I wanted you to go. And I was telling you, oh, yeah, the seat that's next to me, it was a scalper. And they were trying to charge $480 when the prices kept going down. And I said, watch, they're not going to sell it. Guess what? They didn't sell it. So the lady on the other side of the chair and I, because we both couldn't see, were like sitting kind of in between the chairs so we could see. But it was like they would move. And then the lady that was in front of me, she wore this fucking light up fucking Halloween bullshit headband. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, come on, be respectful for those around you. Okay.
Yeah. So I told you last time we were at Paul McCartney, mm-hmm. and there was this young couple, a couple mm-hmm. rows into the side of us. And they were standing the entire, for the first 30, 40 minutes of the show, they were just standing up. They weren't really dancing. They weren't really moving. They were just kind of like sitting there standing and talking to each other. And everyone around them had sat down after a while because it's Paul McCartney. That there's a lot of older people there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we all have to be fucking cognizant of a lot of grandmas and grandpas are here trying to see the person that raised them through music, right?
Yeah.
And at one point, someone started yelling like, hey guys, sit down. And they turned around and the dude was like trying to give her things like, oh, come on, it's a concert and stuff. People were like, dude, sit down. And a bunch of people, when he started getting all like indignant about it, and then his girl he was with was kind of like, just sit down for a bit. And so he did, but he was all like upset about it. But like you said, I mean, sometimes you just have to be aware of like, hey, we get that you're at a thing for once in a lifetime. Do you get that the rest of us are too?
Yeah.
Like, just be a little respectful. He wasn't even blocking my view at all, but he was annoying me the whole time. I was like, guys.
Like, what an asshole.
Yeah, because like you're just not thinking about other people.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not that hard in these situations. And you bought chairs, you bought seats. There's a lot of grass and standing room area.
Yeah,
that you could have got. You could have gone in the pit. There's a whole area in the front where you could have stood the whole time.
Yeah,
you decided to sit in chairs and buy chairs in a seated section.
Oh yeah,
just be respectful. But yeah, so if there's a giant guy in front of you, then whatever. But yeah, those kind of headsets and stuff, the things that the people who hold signs up for the whole show instead of just some of the time, like once it's gotten caught on TV, dude, you're good.
You're good. You're good. Or the person who you made the sign of
comes out.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Now, it was interesting to
drink.
me.
You keep going. Tell me about what happened.
Okay, so it's very interesting to me in that front row. Okay, because I'll tell you, I have not been like hard cam center before like that. I'm always to the side.
Oh.
So it's interesting it's the people thing. So guy in front of me acting like, he knew the camera guy, he knew the security man, him. And there was another guy who was there, white guy with his wife, I think, holding the John Cena, the title about 17, the farewell tour title, guy in the Dodgers hat. The thing that pissed me off, and this is a big no-no. So Mars, this is a controversial topic that I'd love your weigh in on this one. I've always been told, do not touch the wrestlers. But you're gonna say to me, Amanda, but you grabbed John Cena's. That was the first time I had gone to WWE since it was WWF. And we weren't near the wrestlers. And that ass was right in my face. But we don't touch the wrestlers. I don't give a fuck. You don't pat them on the back. If they're right in front of you, you don't do any of that.
I mean, they never told me that when I sat front row. No one came over to me and said, hey, if they come near you, you can't pat them on the back or nothing.
But
I do think
that's the etiquette of it.
I think there's just a level of, I mean, for one, I don't totally get the patting on the back stuff. Mm-hmm. I get the putting your hand out for a high five or a fist bump or a handshake when they walk by. Put your hand out. I get that, but
not during the match.
Yeah, I mean, not during the match. Like, I mean, and I get it when people do, like, they're on the fucking thing, and so people are like, "Come on, man, you got this." I sort of get it. I don't think I would, but I also think that there's a level of like, I don't know what the wrestlers expect when they put themselves into the crowd. You know what I mean? It's one of the reasons why I don't like them going out into the crowd, because I do think that there's a double standard of wrestlers feeling that they have the right to touch anyone in the crowd, but want to get indignant about certain people touching them and stuff. I do think that there's a problem with that double standard. But I mean, there's definitely lines that can be crossed. Like there was that one kid who slapped Alexa on the ass when Nia was carrying her out. It was fucking out of line. You know, there's the I mean, but then on the flip side too, right? Like Bailey's running around hugging people, and one of the fans goes and puts his arms out, and she runs and gives him a hug. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like she's doing this thing. It's part of the gimmick, and why not hug your fan, right? But you have MJF going around flipping people's hats off their heads and grabbing their beers, and then being like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to touch the wrestlers." Fuck you, dude. Like you don't blur the line. Like I think I agree with you in that. I don't think that I would assert my contact onto them if it did not seem invited in any way.
No.
But I do understand the draw of it, and the like putting your hand out or opening your arms or hey over here and hoping for a high five or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like there was that one Raquel video that went around where she was selling on the outside and some fan was like putting their hand out and she like reached up and grabbed their hand. That's totally different than just like putting your hands all over them while they're in the match.
Yeah,
but they shouldn't be out in the audience. They really shouldn't.
Yeah, like they weren't in the audience. They were the fucking okay. So difference between No Mercy and Halloween Havoc, because SmackDown was in town, they had the good barricade, right? It wasn't just the metal girders. You know what I mean? Those metal connected ones with the actual LED lit bumpers around the ring. Yeah. So, and it doesn't matter, but when they're on that other side and you like go down and the one wrestler is like down and his back is to you, you don't lean over and pat. Okay. You don't. The guy did it twice. I was like, and I said it loud. I was like, I was always told you don't touch the wrestlers like that.
Yeah.
You don't.
I also understand that there's a mentality of, man, I was close enough I could touch him. But there's a difference between like saying I'm so close I can touch him than just being like, look I touched them a couple times. And hey, did you see me on TV touching him? What? Yeah. You know what I mean?
No. And my thing is that what also happened with this guy and the white guy and his wife, and then we had a real tall man and his wife. He reminded me of that old tall guy that used to go all the time with his weird mom or weird woman. You know who I'm talking about. Somebody said something to and I know I call him this, but like Dark State reminds me of people. So you have the two that tag that have the belts, Milli Vanilli and Buff Anthony Bowens. Okay, those are the ones who have the belt and usually wrestle. Then you have the token white guy, calling it as I see it, and then the other guy who all he does is yap. I call him Flavor Flav because he's short. Reminds me of Flavor Flav. Okay. Yeah. One of these people, I don't know which one of them, had said something after that fucking match when they were leaving. He fucking threw the big fucking ladder towards everybody. It actually almost hit me had I not moved.
Yeah. And I think that's bullshit. I think
And
they need to stay in their. I think they need to stay in the ring. I don't like when they. I don't even like when they wrestle on the outside of the ring,
no,
especially if it's not a fucking stipulation
street
match.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not a reason for you to be on the outside, going on the outside to me is lazy and it's bush league and it's annoying because best case scenario, you've cut off the vision for most of the audience.
Yeah.
The reason the ring is so high is so everyone can see. And then when you go ground floor, well, now you're on one side of the ring.
Yeah.
There's at least 3 other sides you can't see. Most of the floor seats can't see anymore. You know what I
Or
mean?
you're like
it's
me and
bullshit.
you can't see it all.
Yeah.
I also, because I went overnight, I did not bring a suitcase. I only brought an overnight bag and I didn't want to carry my big shoes. So yeah, part of it's on me, shame on me. But at the same time, I'm like, tall shoes are heavy. They're heavy. They're not light. Yeah. But also too, okay, and I know this from, my shit talking that I do. Okay. There's a time and a place. All right. When they're scrambling to get out of the ring and get to the back so they can prepare for the next match.
Yeah.
You don't sit there and start fucking jibber jabbing and going back and forth with someone. That's why the ladder came at us. I'm like, come on. Seriously. Even when Ocean Spray, I'm like, it's done. Okay. I already said my last word, before the lights went out. Okay. Because you'll never have
There's
the
a
last
problem with wrestling fans who believe when the wrestlers say you're part of the show, and when they say that the fans are the biggest part of the show, they really believe they're part of the show in such a way that, like, even, and I know you've probably done it half the time, fucking at these like VFW halls, at these little historic arena shows in local areas where it can house like 100 people. There's always 2 or 3 people who wait for quiet moments to yell stupid shit, just and nonstop and all the time. And during matches, yell a dumb fucking thing. Put some clothes on. Hey guy, we don't want to see that much of you. Like, fucking, what did you like? First off, we're all a wrestling show, and not a single person isn't aware of how the wrestlers dress. They wear tights. And when they're in better shape than you, we all get that you're really fucking insecure about your wife is looking at someone who's so much better looking than you. You yelling dumb shit at him doesn't make you look better. And I don't know that anyone has ever been approached after a show and said, thank God you were here yelling shit the whole time. That was the best part of the show. That's never happened. They just go home thinking that, and they tell their friends that, dude, I was the funniest part of the whole show. Everyone died when I said some dumb shit. No one fucking did.
Yeah.
One guy next to you snickered because they couldn't believe you're over here yelling like an idiot. It's not, the show's not about you.
No.
But I think wrestling fans have a big issue with not being a part of the show and just watching the show.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this as someone who sometimes I'm loud. So unfortunately, it's loud.
Yeah.
Right. It just happens. Right. It happens. There's actually a moment, like, I didn't have much of a voice at all. I was sucking on cough drops the whole time. I wasn't as like real vocal and into it as I normally would be, because I was saving myself for the main event. Right. Especially after in the beginning, when they do that montage, people were booing Ricky. I was like, well, why are we booing him? Why are we booing him? Trick ain't gonna win. Come on now. But so I'm saving myself. There is one moment that you can hear me, and I didn't like, also my ears were very plugged, so I didn't even know how loud I was. That Trick walks over to the podium where the belt is, and you hear, "Oh no, that is not yours." And it's me. And I just had to laugh at myself. And the people in front of me were laughing. I was like, it's true. It's not his. They put that down. And people were just dying. And I'm like, it's not his. He needs to be told. Okay. If Ricky's not going to tell him, I'll tell him. Shit. That's just as much mine as it is Tricks. No, you don't fucking touch that. No, but it was funny because I had around me, they were like they were all were Trick and whatever. And then some guy was like, oh, she only likes him because he's like a good looking guy. And I turned around and said, I know he has a great ass, okay? But that's not why I'm a fan. Fuck you. So my middle fingers were up and about in that match. At the end, when Ricky won, here was me. The guy in front of me turned around and I'm like, two dudes on the other side. Like, all of you, I turned around. Fuck all of you. I'm like, I don't care. Fuck all of you because you ain't ruining my fun. Okay, you're not. And that's just me. Sometimes, yes, I am loud. You hear things. Like my favorite moment is when fucking Ocean Spray told me to shut up during Full Gear. When he came and he was signing, he was telling everybody he's all elite, bruv. There was this part where it got really kind of silent, and I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened to be, right? Where they were saying something, and I think what's his face? Tony Schiavone was saying something, and then Will was supposed to think. And I'm like, nobody wants you here. Really loud. And he's like, pipe down, bro. And I'm like, fuck you, because he looked right at me. I'm like, fuck you. Me standing on my chair. A lot of people like to say, oh, you're trying to be part of the show. I'm like, no. I'm trying to let that motherfucker know that I'm here and I hate you. That's all.
Well, because he's going to recognize your voice. You guys have it back and forth. My favorite thing is when he went up to you in the indie show and like pushed you out of his way.
He assaulted me.
It was the best.
He assaulted me.
It was the best thing. It was so fucking
That was
cool.
not the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. No. Mm-hmm. That fucking jacket was fucking heavy as fuck and spiky. Yeah. Shit.
It's the only thing he's ever done that I've liked.
The one thing he's ever done that you've liked.
Yeah.
Wow. How great you are to your friends, Marsh. How really fucking great is that? Fucking, I swear that should be a t-shirt. Yeah, the only thing I've ever liked by Will Ospreay was when he shoved Amanda.
When he assaulted Amanda.
Yeah, when he assaulted Amanda, and you have like a little drawing of me on the ground, like
just a little screenshot of him like barely touching you.
Didn't barely touch me. You need to go watch that again. People were like, damn.
It was a shoulder check, was it not?
Yes, it was.
He shoulder checked you out of his way.
Hard.
So fucking funny.
Hard.
So fucking funny.
Hard. I've never done that to him. Okay. So when the day comes.
But he was wrestling as a heel. He was like perfect.
No,
2 for 1.
No, he wasn't.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was a babyface that match.
Who was he up against?
Titus Alexander, who Titus at the time was a heel.
Titus Alexander. Let me look him up. I don't remember what he looks like.
Shout out to the Ugly Dojo.
Dude, no one's cheering him. No one's fucking cheering this guy.
Who?
Well, maybe.
Titus? I bought his shirt that night. I was like, Titus, because he had just gotten shirts. I said, are you bringing your shirts when you wrestle Ocean Spray? I said, because I'm buying one. He's like, really? I go, fuck yeah. I gotta show that motherfucker. This ain't his house.
Well, I mean, he does look pretty underdog next to Ospreay, though.
Yeah, it was a decent match, but everyone there was
like because he looks a little smaller. He doesn't look quite as built. Ospreay was a little bigger at the time for sure.
Yeah, it's fat.
So like I could see thinking that he had to fight from underneath, which is a babyface thing to do. I'm telling you.
Everybody, the crowd was all fucking Ospreay except for me. And then Willis was like, fuck, it was like, you suck, Ocean Spray. And I was like, oh, this was great. A lot of people got mad at me at that show because they said I was trying to make it about myself. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not. There are people here who go here who do that every show. I fucking hate that bastard. And you know what? I'm letting everybody know. Everybody. But when people came up to me, wrestlers were like, damn, how much did he pay you? How much did you get paid to do that spot? I go, what spot? Yes, in the beginning, his entrance, I'm like, that was pure hatred. Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, if I were to say, would you do it again? If anyone asked me, hell fucking yeah, but next time I'm going to fucking actually hit him back. It's the only difference. Anyways. So,
So you went out to Prescott Valley.
Yes, we went out to
cool
Prescott
arena,
Valley.
free parking. That's the kind of thing you get in those kinds of areas.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't charge for parking in those areas.
Yeah.
We've been getting pretty pissed off at the fucking parking situation in a lot of places, though. So,
Yeah. So
it's a racket. You know what they started doing? The parking garages? Because I started asking them, because I'll talk shit sometimes now. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
This money.
Yeah. You know what they say? They've a few of them been trained to say this because it's not true. They go, oh yeah, we don't decide the parking prices. The talent does. No, they don't. The talent does not get a cut of the parking garage. It's not associated with the venue.
I was going to say,
or even if it is associated with the venue, it is not determined by the talent.
Since you have your baseball podcast.
Yeah.
True story in parking. San Francisco Giants. Okay. It's kind of died off now because after pandemic and all this shit, parking would go for anywhere between the cheapest was $75 to $150. Same with the Warriors when they first opened up the Chase Center. I'm like, what the fuck? And you cannot tell me the bullshit of the artist dictates it. No, it's greed because you're gonna people will pay the money.
That's what it is. Parking garages are largely independent businesses.
Yeah.
Most of them are owned by a different company. Some of them are owned by the venue, and I get when a venue charges parking for their event because a lot of those venues pay for the talent to come in.
Yeah.
And they're hoping to make money back on it. And if you're trying to book Taylor Swift, and it's going to cost you $10 million to get her there or whatever. It's probably not 10 million, but if it's going to cost you a fucking 1.2 million, then your parking needs to go up a little bit and you need to charge the tickets a little bit more, right? But a lot of these ones are independent parking garages. I worked for a car wash, and the reason that's relevant is because we got a new system at the time that was designed for parking garages. And when I talked to the parking garage technicians and stuff, they talked about how that worked. Parking garages are owned by privately owned businesses. They put them all up there, and then they use the software, and then they dictate, their prices for all this stuff.
Yeah,
has nothing to do with the venue if it's nearby. But if it is like a football stadium where it has built-in parking there, that's different.
Yeah.
But if it's like parking garage across the street, that has nothing to do with the venue, nothing to do with them at all. Yeah. They just see a way to fucking rip them off.
Yeah, people were unhappy, with the former Oakland Athletics. Rest in peace. That's sad. Anyways, that season ticket holders used to get $10 parking. And you could even buy extra parking vouchers to, give to friends and stuff if they were going. That's kind of a cool thing. Then when Dave Cavall came by the next year, oh no, we're getting rid of that. I mean, I was already like, I'm not buying tickets because this guy's trying to promise way too much. I knew I wasn't stupid. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah.
But I mean, just shit like that. But yeah, no, the parking. I did discover at SmackDown that at SAP Center, if you don't prepay your parking, you can't park in the lot that's connected to the arena. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. They've never done that. So, but is what it is. So, anyways, went one merch booth, just kind of like No Mercy, but it was interesting because this one people immediately went to get merch. So when I got in, there was already a huge long line, and I'm thinking, God damn it, this is going to end up like SmackDown last week, where they're going to run out of things. I was more paranoid about the $100 poster because there's only 50 of them, right? So I didn't know if anybody really knew about it because I didn't know about it at Stand and Deliver until somebody was talking about it further down the front row, and I was like, damn it, I would have bought that, but I didn't want to go back and they would be gone. So I was like, all right, so we'll wait. They did run out of quite a few of the shirts. They had this really cool, like, Halloween Havoc one that's like those, like the LA Knight one that looks like his outfits. Those, whoever makes that shirt. Yeah, they had a really cool one. They had Tatum had her shirts. Those were almost sold out by the time I got up there. Blake Monroe, hers were almost sold out. She had her signed photos. Javon has his. They sold Oba's too, which was weird. And his shirt. He wasn't there. But Ricky's shirt
would
was
have been
there.
cool, I think.
Yeah. Ricky's shirt was there. Nobody was really buying it. I don't know. Arizona does not like Ricky. I don't know why.
He's never come through. Ever.
No, that's true. He hasn't. That's his fault because I'm not going to go on that rabbit hole. But anyways, so I'm like, I get mad at him when he talks about his indie run. I go, you motherfucker, let's talk about your indie run. Okay. I've gotten you booked places, right? And you never used to retweet all of this. So I used to give him, I was giving him shit at first. That's why he went Hollywood, because they're forcing you to do that. Whereas I kept telling him, if nobody knows who you are, you're not going to get work.
Yeah.
You're not going to develop fans like that. So now he's kind of has to back.
Well, yeah, you see it all the time with the indie ones where some of them will tweet out, tweeted this booker, this is that you want me to show up here if you want to see me, or you even see these little some of these local spots just be like, who should we bring in XY, and they don't even like tell you who, they just ask. And so I usually tag Stackhouse, I tag some of the other indie talent I watch and be like, bring in some of these guys, like like if you don't have a bunch of people tagging you and shit for you on your behalf, then they're not going to think anyone's going to show up for you. But it's like, hey, like 13, 14 people said bring in this person. That's a good 14 seats. Yep. Let's try and get it. It's something.
Yeah.
Now, it might not be a fucking, hey, they're going to sell us out, but it might be like, hey, they're going to bring in some people and that's enough. Yeah.
That's Cole Cabana 101. Shout out to the godfather of modern independent wrestling. He would say on his podcast, if you want to see somebody, tell the promoter, tag, like the, whoever's, Twitter name or whatever. Right. So, it got to a point where I was doing that, and I did that quite a bit for peeps. Now that kind of stopped after pandemic. Well, actually a little bit before, because have I gotten Colt Cabana at West Coast Pro? Nope. I was lied to, because I was told, we asked
covered that. You've talked about that before.
Oh yeah, I've talked about that.
Halloween Havoc.
Yes, back to Halloween Havoc. So sorry, guys. So got the merch and everything. It was really cool because this venue had a lot of hidden surprises. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Let me tell you, the prices on their food was very reasonable. And they had a very interesting selection of things. Obviously, your regular nachos, hot dogs kind of thing.
Yeah.
They had a stand that had fucking funnel cake that they made right there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, holy shit. I love funnel cake.
Mini donuts are big in Arizona, too.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have mini donuts. They had that.
I'm just saying, most venues have a mini donut maker.
Oh, really?
Most of them do. And there's one venue in Phoenix, I want to say it's the basketball arena, that has the typical expensive everything shit. But if you go all the way around in the back corner, there's a Wendy's there that's got normal Wendy's prices.
Wow.
Like, oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Say less.
Or is it Carl's Jr.? Yeah, it's either a Wendy's or a Carl's Jr., but either way, it's the normal prices. It's not stadium prices. So I was all like, oh, a $5 cheeseburger, I'll do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, Intuit Dome, the prices were not bad. And if you go, like I talked about it when Money in the Bank before in episode 1, you either buy the sodas by the bottle, or they have this souvenir cup that's $11 refillable the whole show. What do you think I bought? Because the bottle, $12. Who scored a better deal? I don't care if I have to go back and forth. Fuck, it's worth it. Drink it. If I get one refill, it's worth it. So, yeah. Now this funnel cake place also had hand dipped corn dogs, and I saw someone with it, and I'm like, I didn't know they had corn dogs. They go, yeah, it's at the funnel cake place. So you don't see me during the women's match because I was like, I had to go pee and it was taking a bit, but I ended up getting a corn dog. So I'm like, sorry, I wanted to see it, but I'm like, I can go back and watch it. But I was very pleasantly surprised on the wallet, and I appreciated it tremendously. So, which was great. Sodas were decently priced. A big ass soda, and they gave you a fucking lid on it. Was like, it's probably like the size of it was like a 32 ounce, like a big gulp, right? $5. Yeah, it's Pepsi, but who cares? Fucking $5 soda. Say less. So
yeah,
very economical. So I will say that the opening match, it was Javon Evans, Leon Slater. Let me tell you guys, I know versus Mr. Iguana and La Parka. Okay. Mr. Iguana is great. He is so over, right? And they did sell the little puppets, and I'm like, shit, if I had extra, I was like, fuck, I should get him and bring him on the show. But there'll be times. So I'm thinking about that. I will say that Javon Evans and Leon Slater are the fucking future of fucking WWE. If they do these two guys, well, Leon's with TNA, but if they can do these guys right, unlike what they did with like a Ricochet and things like that, these kids are stars because they are doing shit that some people do and think that's in their arsenal and it looks horrible. They're doing that naturally, and it looks exciting, and it's great, and they have great personalities and stuff. Fucking awesome.
I don't think they did wrong by Ricochet, though. I think they gave Ricochet an awful lot of rope, and they gave an awful lot of opportunity, and they put him over heavy on commentary. They would tell him all the time, he's the human highlight reel. Don't blink.
Yeah,
they
but
put him there with main event
Braun.
people. You know what I mean? I think that he fell on his face a couple of times, and I do think that the audience was unjustifiably not taking to him early on. And I think that was an audience problem and not a him problem and not a push problem. They didn't shove it down his throat. They didn't overdo it. I think that the audience didn't care about what he was selling.
Do you think that's the problem with Carmelo?
Yeah. Yeah, they just don't give a fuck. And it's crazy because it feels like it's really easy for all of us idiots on the internet and anybody who thinks they're so fucking smart and anybody in these group chats. It seems like it's really easy to say, oh, it's your job to go out there and get over. It's also really easy to blame the booker and say they're a book like shit. It's easy to say that person fucking fumbled and couldn't get it done. I do think that there is something about the WWE audience that is just going to reject no matter what you put in front of them in some regards. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird. I think it's very weird.
Yeah.
But I do think it's something that seems to happen.
Yeah. I wonder sometimes if it's because the WWE audience is spoon-fed certain things, right? And when it's not like that, they're like, no.
You know what I think? You know what? I think you're right. What you're onto there is I think that there is something to where the audience only seems to want to like the main event, right?
Yeah.
Because they're told that's the greatest. They're told this is the best. And they don't really get into people on the build.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
And I think the reason that LA Knight got over so fast in the way he did was because he talked and behaved as though he already was the main event.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of these guys are working themselves up to that. And I think the reason LA Knight took right away is because he already knew he could be that.
He's
and
the
went
megastar.
Out there. Yeah, he's the megastar. I'm not a superstar. I'm not like the rest of these guys. I'm already a main eventer.
Yep.
They just haven't figured it out yet. But we know. You know what I mean? You kind of walk and go, well, we know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The women have it a little bit easier because people give them a little bit of an extra shot. Not in a bad way, easier. It's still difficult, but sometimes they'll get that extra little. Roxanne being impressive I think goes further than Ricochet being impressive. You know what I mean? Not because Roxanne was fucking crushing it on the mic the second she got there, like she's Becky Lynch on her way to against Ronda Rousey. You know, she's not shit at all in any way. She's totally good, but I think her being equally impressive as Ricochet's will go farther than Ricochet on his own. It's just, I think it's an audience thing. I think there's something with the audience. They don't like watching people try to get over. You know what I mean? They kind of want you to just already be that or be fed that. And when they're told this is the guy, the reason Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are working right now is because they're with Paul Heyman. That's it.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman brought him in and goes, oh, so these are the next big stars. These are the guys that everyone's behind. These are the guys we're being told are the greatest. So then I'm dumb if I don't think they're the greatest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I think they're grooming Ricky. And which little side note, Uncle Dave. Sometimes, Dave, you need to just fucking stay in your lane. And the reason why I say this is backstage news on why NXT champion Ricky Saints is using an underwhelming finisher. Because obviously he's been using the Tornado DDT. Obviously he's not using a spear as much, as that finisher, because everyone does a fucking spear, right?
Everyone does a spear, and if Roman's your top guy, then no, you're not doing a spear.
No, you're not doing
it's
spear.
Pretty easy. That's easy. You're not doing the spear, dude. Was that his fucking finish? Was the spear?
No, it was one of his finishes.
It's terrible. He's too small for that.
Yeah, I know. Also, too small for fucking Rochambeau. But anyways, I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
The Rochambeau, that's what he used to do.
Yes, Rochambeau.
Like? I'm gonna look it up. I don't remember what it looks like.
When you see it, you'll be all, oh. So
yeah, I know I'm gonna recognize it right away.
So Uncle Dave was basically saying, obviously they don't want him doing the spear, and they don't know what, really to do. Now with the Tornado DDT, a lot of the luchadors use that as a finisher. So, and I think David's a slow news week and you just need something to fucking talk about. So you're picking on Ricky. But my thing is this, okay? In my observation. All right.
Yeah, I know. He can't do the Rochambeau.
You know why? Because the first time he did it against Ridge Holland. And he barely could get him fucking up. Right?
Yeah. Everyone in WWE is bigger than him by a lot.
Oh,
and in AEW and on the indies, a lot of people are not bigger than him.
No.
And he's a strong dude, but like you said, Ridge Holland's a big motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ridge
Big
Holland.
E's not there anymore, but are you going to get that on Big E?
Jasper Troy.
Yeah. Are you going to get that on Oba? Maybe.
No.
Oh, maybe not. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Here was the thing, speaking of Ricky. So Ricky has been billed around 195, 200, 202. Okay. He was at No Mercy. I think he was 202, maybe. He was 210 at Halloween Havoc. And when he came out, his upper body, okay, the arms, okay, you're jacked, all right? What I noticed he's lacking, and I'm not saying this because I'm a fan of it, his butt looked kind of flat. His butt did kind of look flat at No Mercy. And I was thinking to myself, is it shrinking? Like, I mean, I know that's a horrible thing to fucking say, right? And of course, I'm probably one of the few people that would ever observe that. But I'm thinking, and I looked at his legs, and I'm like, why are his legs kind of skinny? Because he's usually Dickie Starks. Oh, I'm sorry, Dickie Saints. And he has bigger legs because he squats and that's why he has the butt. I don't think he's been squatting. And that's part of it is you need that squat to be able to help you lift these motherfuckers. The way he was doing it was like a power bomb, and that has a lot to do with the person who's going up.
Yeah. And then he tries to, and then as their motion going up, he's got to stop them. It's very upper body. But he doesn't have the size for that, I don't think. So
no.
So if it was a spear, the Rochambeau, and a Tornado DDT, like there's got to be a fucking better finish for him. Like none of those seem good.
No, I think that's what he needs to find he needs to find his finisher. Now, he does do a wicked Michinoku driver. I will say that he does. You're not going to see him do Canadian destroyers or Mexican destroyers or whatnot. He fucking went on the fucking, he did during Halloween Havoc. I was like, what the fuck? And I said that really loud. He went off the fucking top turnbuckle and tried to fucking do a flippy shit thing. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen you do that. What the fuck are you doing? Like, are you kidding me? Like, what is this shit? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I just was like, I had to laugh. I'm like, what is this shit? You know, and it's in its own way. He was choking Trick out. He did a chicken wing. I'm like, I'd love it if you adopt the fucking crossface because that looked fucking legit.
Man, that's not bad.
His arms.
Actually, with him, well, with his arms, with a submission, submissions are easier to buy on someone who's going against someone bigger, right? Like think of Daniel Bryan. His whole thing was he had a couple of submissions that it didn't matter how big you were. If he could lock that in, it hurt too bad, right? Like,
yep.
And Ricky's just not a big dude. He's a good size, but he's not a fucking big dude. He's not the type of dude who walks in and everyone goes, Jesus. You know what I mean?
You're
like
smaller than I thought you were. Yeah.
Yeah. He walks in a room and like, oh, cool, look, it's Ricky. Like, no one, you're not physically intimidated by him. So it's not like if he's in the ring with Brock Lesnar, what are you going to do?
Oh my God. You're like, Ricky, just back away.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of there. But when Daniel Bryan was in the ring with Brock Lesnar, it was, man, if Daniel Bryan could lock him up, he could do it, right? Finn Balor, it was like, hey, Finn Balor's he might be able to do this if he can get the right thing on, right?
Yeah.
He needs something like a good, solid submission.
Yeah. When I saw that, because it's been a while since I've seen him do any submission. I was sitting there, of course, I'm like, tap, bitch, tap. But in my mind, I was like, you're onto something right here. You were onto something. And then when Trick tried to submit Ricky, I was like, come on, Trick. I go, you had a white man with a belt choke this guy and make him purple. People around me were laughing. I'm like, it's true. It's true. I only speak truth. God. And a lot of the people around me were African American. And I'm like, why do you? I was like, why do you
adopt like the Cena STFU, you know? Because that could be right along his lines.
You could
type across face. Cena's wrapping it up anyways. It looks really good when it's locked in well.
Yeah. I think why I think the crossface chicken wing will work, not because of Marty or anything like that. It's because on some of them with Marty, when he gets on, like he can jump on their fucking back. And
then pull them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm kind of like, yeah, I could see that. That would work. Like, I think he needs to do those kinds of things. He also needs to work on the legs again still, not because of his butt, but it's like, you need to be able to kind of, with some of those things, you need to be able to fucking squat a little to lift and help you push someone over. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting topic. I know a lot of people in the crowd were like, man, why is this finisher so fucking lame? Because he can't Rochambeau anybody unless they're like a little bit bigger than him. Like, I'd say like Hangman Page. We'll use him as an example. He can do that. He could do Hobbs, but here's the thing: when he did Hobbs, and even fucking Brian Cage, his body was different. Okay, he wasn't as lean as he is now, and he had more leg strength, and I think that really is the key to it. I don't know. I don't know anything about working out because you see my figure. I know nothing. So, I mean, I don't know, but that's just my observation. But is what it is. Other observation was, again, like I said, third PLE in a row. The PLE is actually better than the regular show. I don't know why. Although, do you need to watch the regular show to get some of the storyline? Maybe. But there's enough out there that you really don't need it. Like right now, Ricky and Trick, they fucking hate each other. They hate each other. And they're going to do a last man standing in 2 weeks. Okay. underwhelming because it's just a regular NXT. It's Gold Rush and it's an MSG. Okay. We're not going to see a title change on that. Why are you going to do that? Why are you going to give it to fucking the CW? A title change like that? Why do you think fucking Kalani Jordan didn't, why do you think she won last night and Jordan Grace once again lost? There's a reason I think somehow that Jordan Grace is not working in WWE.
I don't think she will. I don't know if she's ever going to make it to the main roster.
I don't either. But if you were to ask me, who would you rather see, her or Jade? I don't know. They're both kind of, but
yeah. But I'll be honest, from just like if you just had them on a lineup and it was who would you rather see on the main roster, I think I would have gone Jade because she looks more natural.
Yeah.
And just in the idea that they're having to get Jordan Grace off of steroids so her voice will come back and stuff, I think is a bad look for the company and the industry. And I think it's just not needed. I think that it's only complicated things. I think we have enough of it already. But I mean, at the end of the day, if they both had the same exact level of wrestling ability, then you'd imagine Jordan Grace would have a higher ceiling, right? It's like, because she does look the way she looks, she could probably go far, but nothing's coming together in NXT, anything that I've seen.
No, they're trying to make her really feminine. So at Halloween Havoc, she had a little thing with Kalani and she was dressed as Velma, Scooby-Doo.
That's funny.
And they're making her look, and even yesterday when they do the thing where they show them walking in, they're trying to make her look more feminine. It's only so much you can do, but
I mean, I'm not even, I whatever on that. Like, I don't like men saying that women with muscles is too masculine and all that. No. I'm not into that, but I do think that steroids has an effect on the body.
They're trying to separate that.
Yeah. And even when you look at China, some of her biggest successes were after she started training differently.
Yeah.
She was always huge and jacked, but she trained differently to have a smaller waist and a bigger arms. You know what I mean? Like, she was always jacked, but like there was a time where she was a little boxy.
Yeah.
And so I think they're trying to probably get that out of her,
Exactly. But they don't want the China comparison.
I don't know if that, and I don't know that it makes a big difference ultimately on the product. I think that's just people's preferences or whatever, but
yeah. I also think it hasn't been clicking. So, I don't know, but remains to be seen.
Yeah. So. Kind of reminds me of Taya Valkyrie. Phenomenal on the indies. Everyone's like, this is going to be amazing. This is a shoo-in. This is a ready to go. This is a fucking plug and play. There's no way this doesn't work. And then she gets there and you go, none of this works. Like, what the fuck happened?
What's this character? What's this whole thing? And I think they finally got it right. I think with that kind of a character in like Tiffany Stratton and even Blake Monroe in her own weird way. I really like the work she's doing right now. It's great because she's kind of that one she's got that mean streak, but also at the same time, she's just she likes to stir the pot. And sometimes it's nice to have someone that does that. Especially, with these locker rooms. So I think it's great. One thing that I was a little shocked by was the women's world title match. We had JC Jane versus Tatum Paxley. Obviously, both factions were out there. Fatal Influence. And I'm sorry, the new girl there, Lacey, she don't fit. You need to boot her out. She's very awkward. She looked awkward. And I just have to say, Fallon Henley is such a great fucking heel and works the fucking crowd and everything so well. Because I know at No Mercy, she and I got into it. It was great. I yelled out, Toxic Attraction was so much better. You were no Mandy Rose. And she was like, excuse me, they were horrible. Blah, blah, blah. You got in my face. And I was like, girl, do you think you can make like millions of dollars on OnlyFans? And then she looked at me and she goes, I guess you have a point. It's great, but she's doing a phenomenal job.
How's her in ring now? Because when she first started, she was actually like surprisingly solid for being so new.
Oh yeah,
I thought that she had a high ceiling too. Is she
still does, but she's walking in the JC Jane shadow. But it's okay. It's okay. I just don't like this new girl that they put in because she's very awkward and it just doesn't. I don't think she's ready for that kind of shit. But you needed to replace that one chick who didn't think she was making enough money. So.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, homegirl. So yeah, but
which I don't know why they would expect anything different. You know what I mean? Like you bring in people from college who do other sports and stuff, and it's not going to be a surprise when half of them don't want to dedicate their entire life to getting hurt every day, and then you have other ones who, because there was the other one, I can't remember her name. I can see her in my head, but she ended up leaving because she got another injury, and she had already gotten a few injuries in gymnastics.
Yeah,
and so she was like only 1 or 2 injuries away from fucking losing her legs, basically.
yeah.
And you're just kind of like, yeah, when you get college athletes, you are getting people with a certain drive, but you're also getting people with a little bit of wear and tear already. Yeah. And it's not the wear and tear that they're used to, you know?
Yeah. That's what I think about Zoe Stark. She's gotten 2 really big bad injuries.
Oh, yeah.
And she's so talented, you know, and it just breaks my heart. But
yeah, she's that story. She's so fucking good.
She's so good. She's so fucking good. So your favorite wrestler of all time was there in his glory?
Bobby Roode.
No. Sean Spears. I have a wonderful photo of him that I want to share with you. I'll message you it. I was like, man, Marsh is missing out, because if Marsh had come, you would have been sitting in that seat next to me. It's all gravy, man. But I really kind of like what they're doing, the story they're kind of trying to build now with Izzy Dane and Tatum. I think it's great. I was hoping for fucking Lyra to come in and fucking help her win, but it didn't happen. But I will say that match, JC Jane, this is the second one of these matches in a row where she's been phenomenal. And that one is a good one to watch. Even Tatum, that one had everybody on the edge of their seats. If I were to say what should have main evented, that probably should have main evented. But, is what it is. But it was really fantastic. That's one, if you've not watched it, please watch. Please, it was really great. I loved it. Hardys, the Hardys are the Hardys. I think it was great to see, obviously they're taking time to work with some of the younger talent. Dark State, don't understand why they're a foursome when 2 of them don't even wrestle. So don't know. What else do we see? Ethan Page.
How was the Hardys match? Was it just nice to see them, or was it actually pretty solid? Because they've had some pretty rough ones.
You know what? It was pretty solid. And I will say this, after watching them wrestle the Dudleys, okay,
with
their retirement match, and I swear to God, if Billy Ray shows up somewhere and does singles, I'm gonna be, you motherfucking left your boots. You took the boots off. No more. No mas. No one wants to see that anymore. They looked very clean, very sharp. I haven't seen them live this pretty decent in a very long time. I want to say, shit, it's got to be, last time I saw them decent was Death Before Dishonor Orlando, when it was them versus the Young Bucks in that kind of dream match. It was the Bucks of Youth. Yeah, I haven't seen them wrestle like that in a long time, so it was nice to see. The one that very surprised me again, it was a match that I'm like, it could be good, it can be, but the Ethan Page versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. good
Oh,
match.
yeah. You were looking forward to that one too. You had a
Mhm.
feeling that was going to be a solid one.
I did, and then some. And what was great was when he came out, he had his face painted because it was a Dia de los Muertos match. Okay, here's the thing: if you're gonna do that, where was the ofrenda? They could have had an ofrenda, all set up, and put someone through that. That would have been fucking amazing, but they did not.
Mm.
So lost opportunity there. Shawn Michaels lost opportunity. But when he came out, Ethan was great because he had half the face. It's almost like shout out to Thunder Rosa because it was like Thunder Rosa quality fucking makeup. And I don't think that the team at WWE was able to do that. So I was like,
Who was it that
fucking
came out dressed up with it?
Ethan Page.
Paige did it? That's crazy because Del Fantasma did it one time with the makeup, and Stephanie Beckor, I think, once or twice has done the half
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Because Dr. Wagner, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. has a mask. And he almost ripped the whole thing off. It was actually it was a pretty badass match. Ethan cut himself a little bit too much. There's just blood like everywhere. Like all of a sudden, and it was in front of where I was. There was blood. Like literally, not just a little bit. There was a huge ass puddle of blood. They had to mop it up after the match. It got on the banister. It got everywhere. I was like, oh. Damn, dude. So be careful if you blade people, because that was not good. But that match, incredible. Ethan Page is so underrated. So underrated. AEW, fucking Tony Khan didn't know how to do shit with him.
I've been hearing a lot more people talk highly of Ethan Page, although I have not personally enjoyed most of anything he's done. I have been hearing a lot of people coming around on him. Yeah. So it's interesting. It does mean they're using him differently there.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting this week. AAA's got a show, and it is him and Chelsea Green versus Mr. Iguana. And I can't remember the lady's name for the AAA mixed tag team titles. So it'll be very interesting to see the greatest North American alive. And then obviously Chelsea, the Canadians right there. It'll be very interesting to see what happens if they're going to pull the trigger. I'm kind of in a way, it's getting old that WWE is getting a lot of these titles from everybody else. But who knows? I mean, that's just is what it is. So, can't say too much more about that one.
I don't love what they're doing with all the TNA titles and shit, or the AAA titles for that matter. But
yeah,
that's part of the deal.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Vikingo's a heel right now, and boy, he's getting a lot of heat.
But I can't tell if he's supposed to be a heel. I think the fans turned on him, and they're maybe leaning into it.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, so I couldn't tell you. And I don't think they'd have subtitles like New Japan. So that's a miss. AAA. Conan. That's a fucking miss, dude. Anyways, I have to watch something that Corey's doing the commentary. So, he's only doing the WWE ones. But anyways, no, so it'll be interesting to see that. Grande Americano, he is so over there. It's him and Vikingo they're doing a program with. So that'll be very interesting. I just want to say, they fucking Ludwig, fuck, dude, him as Grande El Americano, fucking amazing. He's cutting promos in Spanish. It's amazing just watching him. I mean, I'm like, wow, all the time. His two other cohorts in his little trio, very interesting. We'll see what happens. I think that's Dom's new faction. Seems like it's going that way.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But that's a very interesting. I really kind of enjoying that. I don't know why I didn't enjoy it really with Chad Gable. Because it just seemed kind of forced. I don't know.
I think it was a little forced and a little weird. And I think that the irony is that they put Ludwig there as a gag. And I'm not sure. I guess I could ask someone, but I don't know if he actually has always spoke Spanish or if he's just learning promos in Spanish and it just happened to work. And I think that them using him in AAA right away, they were like so in on the joke that they just kind of they took to him so quick.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is funny. But like, it's so weird because to me in America, it's kind of like going too far with it. Like, okay, we've done enough of this. Let's move on and use actual luchas. But for some reason in AAA, there's like, this is fucking funny. They were singing his song. In fact, he spoke Spanish. They were like, he's the fucking man. Like to them, it seems to come across like they feel that he's embracing their culture more than Chad Gable did.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Think with Chad Gable, it was more like you're kind of mocking it a little in its own way. And especially when they did those like weird like vignettes that looked like, Three Amigos. Like, when they would show like the little movies the Three Amigos made. That's the only thing I can really compare it to. But I think that they really love this. And Ludwig, I'm like, you can't now not do this character. Yeah. I'm like, this is just golden. And it's pretty fucking awesome because he's really adapted to that style, the lucha style of wrestling too, which is kind of neat to see.
Yeah, he's changed up his style a little bit too, which has been kind of crazy to see. Like, I don't know, it's just nuts. I don't personally love the gimmick, but I do love how it's going.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
no,
watching how it goes, I'm like, this is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense to me.
His portrayal is amazing. And it's great because technically with Europeans, it's very, very rare to see that kind of style, someone do that kind of style.
Yeah.
Because even like Axiom, Axiom is a little different because he was more of a flippy shit kind of guy. And he still does more flippy shit than Lucha Libre.
That's true.
So let's talk about it. Tricky and Ricky. People just did not like Ricky. He got booed. There were a contingency of people who were Ricky people. There's a guy on the ramp wore the yellow shirt. I had the obnoxious yellow shirt on. If you watch it, part of it's funny because you see how emotional and passionate I get about this shit. Now with Trick, it was very interesting. He comes out. Ricky, I tried to watch his entrance because he had some kind of a cape on. But then if I'm looking at it, because the light really wasn't on him very well, it's almost like he borrowed one of Cody's jackets. And I'm like, what are you? The American Daydreamer? What the fuck is going on here? So he came out with this like gold shit. Like, I don't even know. It wasn't a shirt. Looked like he was, it looked like some kind of fetish bondage kind of thing. Or I thought, why is he the fucking, in Night at the Museum, the fucking, the character that Rami Malek played.
Oh.
The Egyptian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
I was like, are you coming out as an Egyptian? And then he had these white pants on. I was like, oh. Okay.
You know, it would be funny though. It would be funny if he's embracing the Egyptian stuff in what he does because Bailey does with hers. And we know that they're friends.
Yeah. Bailey, you need to tell your boy to get a better finisher.
Yeah, she's got to help him work on a finish.
She's got to help him with that. So he came out and he had that chain thing on. It was interesting. Someone said it was a nod to 300. I've never seen 300.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
But he did have white rip-away pants, and it was funny when Trick had taken something. Not Trick. Somebody had taken something off at one of the matches, and they're like, "Oh, I want that. Can I have that?" So, and I was making fun of the people in the front row, and when Ricky ripped the pants, real loud, "Yo, I want that!" Right? And everyone looked at me. I go, "It's okay for you to ask, but me? What the fuck? Jesus Christ, people. I'm not going to get that. No." But it did remind me of fucking Flip and Strip. With Flip Gordon, when he did this flip in his entrance and he had the rip away camos. Love you, Flip. Shout out to you.
Angel Garza did that too. If you remember, he used to come out with pants that he'd rip off.
Yeah. Someone else did in New Japan and it was not successful. So they stopped. The match, Ricky's looking solid. Obviously, height difference. Ricky does not wear lifts. If anyone wants to ask, he does not. Unlike some wrestlers I know.
Kane used to wear lifts in his shoes, even to be that extra inch for, especially because he was constantly in there with like Undertaker and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to build him as bigger, so he used to, yeah.
There's a couple who do. Yeah, he's buddies with the Undertaker. Undertaker, help him with a fucking finisher. Somebody, Cody. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Yeah. I think Ricky looked good. There was a move where he did that trick, did cut him open, and it was pretty bad, right in the eyebrow. So he got it glued after the show. I was like, not stitched? He's like, no, they glued it. I'm like, okay, Mr. Vane. Anyways, so it was really interesting. I think he didn't tell me it, but I think he knocked one of his front teeth loose. Yeah, it looked like it. But anyways,
it's a little crooked.
It looked like it was pushed back a little.
Yeah,
and there was blood, so I don't know. But anyways, I thought it was a pretty good, solid match. Again, really weird how he went. What ended up being the finisher was he went into a spear, then a tornado DDT that did it. But really, I was more impressed about the fucking submission. And I think that's one of the ones who needs to put in his arsenal, submission. I'm not saying that because I love submission and I love technical wrestling. I'm not saying that because I think it's believable.
Yeah.
With him.
Absolutely. I think he's the right guy for a new good submission. Even if they make a new weird one or something.
Yeah. And also because he sells the way he sells and all the facial expressions and everything, it's fucking great for that kind of shit. You know? Yeah. So like watch some Zack Sabre Jr. tape. Go back and watch fucking Bryan Danielson ROH days. You know? Dragon's Gate, those kinds of things. That's what he should do. So great show. The crowd, it was cool. It was very interesting to see the dichotomy of an East Coast crowd and a partially West Coast crowd. And the next one is Deadline, right in the middle. I am very, very sad. Deadline is in San Antonio. Sad that Mission Pro is right now on a big hiatus. Yeah, because I would have loved to see Mission Pro, but I am going. I will say I'm excited to see the basement at the Alamo and meet Pedro and Inez. If you know what I'm talking about. And go to Buc-ee's. Because there's a Buc-ee's like 36 minutes away. But I'm trying to convince you to go. And this is why. And this was going to be this is an interesting topic since we've been talking about on episode 1, pricing of tickets. So this is at the Boeing Center, which AEW ran, I think, this week or last week. Looks kind of cool, right? When I looked up the tickets, because I was like, God damn it, like rent's due this week, like, fuck, I can't pay another $600. What the fuck? So when I saw here's the pre-sale code, I was like, oh, let me go look. Clicked on the thing. And when I looked at the tickets, I had to double take because the tickets started at like $36. And the most expensive one was $240.
Wow.
And it said in there, this venue, the pricing is all in pricing. So what you see is what you pay. So it was like $240 something, right? And I was like, oh, okay. Well, shit. Let's see what we get, right? Well, I went on the pre-sale as soon as it started, and I couldn't figure out how to pick the seat like a Ticketmaster on the map, right? Because, I'm trying to go for fucking front row hard cam, right? So I just said, best available. No idea. I didn't even know there was a venue map. I bought it. Did my ticket. I was like, okay, cool. Later on in the day, I was like, oh, let me see if there's a venue map. I saw it. Because all I knew was I was section D, row 1, and I didn't know what that was, because basically it's always been A is if you're facing the stage, the left side of the ramp. B is the other side of the ramp. C is usually going to be the hard cam. D is going to be that section behind Booker T. And then the next one, they either have 3 or they have 2, and then the other. So when I saw D, I'm like, great. And the seat number, because it was 10, I was like, fuck. God damn it. They got to put me right fucking behind Booker. God damn, what is my life?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how you get your Shucky Ducky. How else would you know when the Shucky Ducky moment happens if you're not right behind him?
I don't even know if he's doing that, but he's dirty. He's been very dirty. But anyways, so I looked at the map. Guess where I'm sitting? I am front row hard cam in the middle of the fucking row. So I have the green shirt guy seat. There's a couple of people there at NXT who fucking think they rule the roost, and they're trying to get themselves over like the front row people do.
What's the name of the venue?
The Boeing Center at something
Center at Techport, San Antonio.
Techport. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. One of my best friends lives like an hour and 15 minutes away from the venue.
You should go, because even with Producer Lady, it's a very reasonable cost to go to a show. Parking's like $20, I think it said. I mean, I'm going because I've never been to San Antonio. It's the one city in Texas I've never been to and always wanted to go to. I will say this: the flight round trip for me, the ticket cost as much as fucking No Mercy's ticket.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. And a little less than. So like I could have gotten a shirt. I can get a shirt, my flight, my ticket, and that's how much No Mercy cost. And I got a really great hotel. I got one of the Marriott Luxury Collections hotel for $130 a night. It's a bougie ass hotel. I'm like, what? So I'm already excited. I want to go to the Riverwalk at night to see the Christmas light thing that they do. Obviously, going to see the basement at the Alamo. That's important. And going to Buc-ee's is important. So that'll be really, really fun. I'm excited. So I don't remember what deadline was as far as a pay-per-view goes. So
what do you mean by what it is?
What did they do at deadline? What was the gimmick for that one?
There's some stupid match. It's a fucking Iron Survivor Challenge match. It has all these fucking stupid rules. 5 wrestlers compete, which lasts 25 minutes. 2 wrestlers start the match, which begins the timer. Every 5 minutes, another wrestler enters, with the 5th and final participant entering at the 15-minute mark. Each time a wrestler scores a pinfall submission or being the victim of disqualification, they gain a point. Points can be gained even before other participants are entered. Wrestler who is pinned, submitted, or disqualified goes to a penalty box for 90 seconds, after which they re-enter the match. Winner of the match, dubbed the Iron Survivors. The wrestler scores the most points at the end of 25 minutes. And the result of a tie, those are tied under sudden death overtime. It's just way overcomplicated for no good fucking reason. It's terrible.
Is that the only match that they do in those things?
I don't know. They do one for the men and for the women. And sometimes, I don't know if there's other ones or not. But this is the day after my grandfather turns 90. There's no way I'm going to be in Texas.
Boo. Well, I'm glad I didn't get another ticket, because I was like, dude, there's a ticket with your name on it in the front. We could be those people, like have the what's in your glass that I failed at today.
I'm trying to see. There was a few matches on the last one. The last one had 5 matches. It started with the Women's Iron Survivor, which was Julia Solruka, Stephanie Vacor, Zarya, and Ren Sinclair.
Okay.
And they had Trick versus Ridge. Then Frazier and Axiom against No Quarter Catch Crew.
Charlie and either Charlie, Tavon. Well, No Quarter Catch Crew technically is Ren, Charlie, Dempsey, Tavian Heights and
Miles Bourne.
Miles Bourne. Mhm.
And then Lola Vice defeated Jada Parker. And then there was the men's Iron Survivor, Oba, Wesley, Javon, Nathan Frazier, and Ethan Page.
Yes.
So it was a five match card.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they're having like they'll have all the belts will be defended.
Probably not.
Probably.
Not. They probably will not be doing all that. Although, yeah, because the Iron Survivor matches are for number one contendership.
Yeah.
And then they had the underground match, which was with the women. And then they had a tag match and an NXT championship match. That was Trick and Ridge.
Okay, yeah.
So
They'll
you
have
have
an
a
NXT
couple.
champion match. Yeah, they will. It's Texas.
Yeah.
Ricky, Mr. Texas. Now, here's an interesting question. I don't know if you saw this on X yesterday, but Zachary Wentz posted a picture. And it was a guy from behind, African American gentleman, by a corner of a ring. And then it said Rascals, RAS, whatever, however they spell it with the 4 letters,
Yeah.
and then a green heart. It's Wesley. Or I'm sorry, now I can go back to say it. Desmond Xavier.
Yeah.
Great to fucking call him Des again. At least I can now say that when I did go to the house show, I saw Wesley wrestle for WWE. That was kind of cool. And yeah, he was like, holy shit.
Such a bummer. MSK
Yeah.
had fucking no limit on what they could have done.
No, but it's okay. It's okay. Now, so here's my question.
Okay, now we got a bunch of horse shit fucking tag teams. MSK is the best tag team that WWE has had under contract in easily the last 10 years.
They fucking fucked it up.
You got all fucked.
They could have gone to main roster so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you know,
as much as everyone could say what they want about stuff, it could have saved fucking Ricochet too if they throw Ricochet in there when the first fuck up happened.
Yeah. Again,
and could have been it was an excellent way to fucking get X-Pac back in the mix. You know what I mean? Have him manage them for a little bit.
Yep.
Just there was so much there that was just fucking such a bummer to see get torched.
Well, speaking of Ricochet, it's very interesting that when Dez was released, he was like, that guy is so fucking talented, and just like he just talked him up, and I'm like, y'all never fucking got to never. I don't think that they wrestled each other. I know in PWG, I don't think they did. And but together as a tag, that really should have been the way to go. But damn, he was just so complimentary of him. And they have such a very similar style. It would have been beautiful. But
to be honest, I think that they would have been what all the fucking indie marks think that Ospreay Ricochet was. I think Wesley and Ricochet would have had twice as good of a match.
Oh, better.
Infinitely better.
Because we both know that Ocean Spray is botchy.
He's botchy and he can't keep up with Ricochet. He doesn't look fluid or smooth. He just does shit and then makes it happen, right? Wesley looks fluid and smooth the way Ricochet does. They both move like AJ Styles moves, where you go, how the fuck did he get there?
You look,
I mean, like just so naturally and quick and everything. So
absolutely.
like the two of them could have had a fucking amazing match. I would say if I'm fucking Tony Khan, even if I'm booking one match on a one-off where Ricochet is being talked shit about to somebody and someone says, you know what? I can't do it tonight. My arm's twisted or whatever. But I found someone who's chomped at the bit for a long time to get a piece of you, and fucking bring out Wesley. Let them have a one-on-one one night, no matter who wins.
Yeah.
That's a match I would fucking tune in for.
I think so too. I think but also I think he is going back to TNA. Because that's honestly like that right there is like that's magical. And there's some good shit going on over there too. So you know, I wouldn't blame him. Now, what I think is probably interesting about this whole like dichotomy of all of this stuff is that, you know, for all of these people who are getting released, Wesley was there for about 5 years, right? I think.
Yeah, he showed up right around pandemic.
Yeah, and then now that Trick lost, right? And he's still here. He didn't fade away like Oba. Oba disappeared. Haven't seen Oba since. But
Yeah.
with Trick, he's been there even longer because he can tell Ricky, oh, I did this, this, and this, and this, and this. But I'm like, you're like way senior. Like you're like Tony D'Angelo. Like you're a senior
Trick?
dude from Chase University. Trick, yeah, they've been all around a long time.
Trick was in Chase U?
No, I'm saying the guy from Andre Chase. I'm using these people
yeah.
as an example who've been there forever. A long time.
Yeah.
Because these are your people who've been there quite a bit. They're the longest tenured people there. So it's like, well, what do you do? Because there's not a home for Andre Chase. Andre Chase, I think, would be, his role really is one, I think, of you're bringing in new people with Chase U, and that's fine, and helping them develop. That's fine. Tony D'Angelo, that's a whole repackaging because it's not going to work on the main roster.
It's not going to work.
No. And then Trick, the only thing that's going to fucking work is him and Mello again. And why are you going to handicap Mello?
It's not a handicap for Mello. Mello's got fucking nothing. If they don't put him with somebody and save him, he's gone.
Yeah.
Mello's fucking holding on for dear life over there. Give him anything. I'd be fine with them revisiting all that. They revisited fucking DIY for no good reason.
Oh my God, DIY. Oh my God. They've been coming around too much on NXT. Too much. Please go away. Go away. They're doing kind of house shows right now, and they were all over that. What was cool was in Detroit, Motor City Machine Guns did a 6-man with Ricky. I thought that would have been fucking badass. Got it. Shout out to the. Yeah. Anyways, also there's a plug for them. They partnered with a local Detroit coffee roaster, and they have a special Motor City Machine Guns blend, limited edition. Go on to, I think, Chris Sabin's X account if you're interested, because I don't think Shelly posted about it yet. But anyways, so that's kind of the life. It'll be very interesting in 2 weeks what they're doing in New York, Madison Square Garden, in the theater. 2 nights, 2 Tuesdays. For me, guys, that's not a PLE. That's fucking on the CW. You might see some things here and there, but definitely I do not think that we will see Ricky lose that belt. And if he does, then Deadline is probably where it's going to get recaptured.
I wonder, they have a pretty solid history of keeping the world title on people for chunks of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they don't flip it around a lot. Not often, at least. They do from time to time, but not often.
No, that's the North American belt. But I really think that Ricky will. They really are breeding him to be something on that roster, the main roster.
I think so. I think they wanted to work with him.
All bugs out. He needs a finisher. He's got the mic skills. He has to work on some facial things because they're bizarre. But also at the same time, I think that if anything, he will lose it at Stand and Deliver. I think so. Because after Mania season, he's going to go up, I think.
That'd be a good time to bring him up. Kind of that fresh start of the year kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't see him, no offense, Ricky. I don't see him in Saudi and WrestleMania. Don't see that. But I don't know. Maybe he'll Royal Rumble it this year. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I've
always thought it was smart to put the NXT champion in the Royal Rumble every year. I've always thought that's something that when they've done it, I've thought that's smart because we should be seeing some of these guys a little bit.
Did they put Oba in it this last time? I can't remember.
I don't remember if they did or not. And that's my point is that like when I have seen it, it's been like, that's what you should be doing. Putting these guys in like that. You know what I mean? That's how you should be kind of introducing them to the public in general. But I mean, we'll see what they do.
Yeah. They're saying that he did not do it this year. They're saying that for 26, he might be able to go in there and fucking eliminate Brock Lesnar. I don't know about that.
I don't know that Brock's gonna come in and just be eliminated by some new guy.
Some new guy. Yeah, no offense,
Mhm.
Obafemi. No offense, dude.
Yeah, but
But-
also if Obafemi thinks he's anything more than just the new guy right now, then he doesn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, they have big dudes. So I'm just kind of thinking, where would they put Obafemi? I don't know.
I
It's a
honestly
different-
thought that the move was going to be have him take the U.S. title off of Sammy, but they had that on Ilya, and I can't disagree with that at all.
I can't either.
So
I can't
I'm all
either.
like, well, I think that was the right move there, but it does make me start to wonder, well, now what do you do with Oba? How do you put Oma in there?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like you said, where do you put him? To me, that was the shoe, and that was the obvious easy answer. Have him come in with a splash, have him hold that title for a while,
Mhm.
and give everyone this reason to kind of buy in. But
Yeah. And I will say this, when I heard the first note of fucking Ilya's fucking entrance theme, I was like, what the fuck? That threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
And then that match was just so beautiful that I was like, shit, everybody's a winner on this one. And then when Ilya won, I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen to Obafemi now? Because I thought that was, that was the play. But things happen, and I mean, does this mean that Sammy's gonna finally get like a little push in the world title scene again? I don't know. It's really
it
interesting.
wouldn't hurt my feelings to see him do some big shit.
No, not at all. I think when Ricky does come up, he's doing a fucking thing with Cody. Has to be.
I think they'll hold off.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or if not, like, it'll be
I think
interesting.
you save it. It's just the same way they've been saving him and Randy.
Yeah, but that's a little different though. Because of the history with Legacy.
So you think that they want to build no history whatsoever and just put in this dude who goes, oh yeah, he used to look up to this kid on the fucking indie scene. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you go straight to Cody, you don't have time to build anything of any actual substance, and it makes it all look kind of goofy and self-serving.
True.
So I think that you kind of have to slow play it and make it seem like it means something and show a little bit of mentorship. Do a little bit of the MJF Cody storyline you did in AEW in the first year. Something where it's a little bit of all like, dude, he's showing me the ropes, he's teaching me things. And then, then maybe fucking Ricky turns on him. I don't know.
You know what I'm waiting for? Because Cena's been at the Performance Center the last couple of weeks. And I've seen people with their pictures with him. I'm like, where's the Ricky and Cena photo? I'm waiting.
Man, if fucking Ricky is too up his own ass to get the photo.
No, he is.
That's what I mean. Fuck that, dude. Like, that's the kind of thing where if I'm sitting with a dude who goes, yeah, I met Cena a couple times. I mean, I didn't want to take a photo. I was like, you're a fucking idiot.
No, he would get
the
photo with Cena. He would. And me, I'd probably shed tears. Because I'm like, those are my guys.
Yep, that's them.
That's them.
That's the peach cobbler.
That's the peach cobbler, or the bushel of peaches, or whatever they call. I don't know what they call. I don't know. I'm not a farm person.
Bushel sounds right, I think.
But I'm waiting for that photo. I'm waiting, pins and needles, waiting for that. But we'll see. I don't want to be picky. It'd be great because in my mind, it's like it's the goat and like a chihuahua. Anywho's. So yeah, wrestling's interesting. One thing, I don't know if you saw, it was hilarious. BTE is going back to the way BTE used to be, so I think I'm going to start watching that again.
That's interesting. Yeah, keep me posted on that.
Yeah, but the end of this week's episode was funny because now, like, they're like down and out, right? The Bucks. So they're sitting in, I don't know where they're sitting, but you see, at the end, they're doing the, hey, did you like this video? It's Matt Jackson doing this. And then they pan over to, he was like, click subscribe, whatever, right? And then you see Okada sitting there with a fucking Knicks jersey on. And he was like, click subscribe, bitch.
Yeah.
And go Knicks. And he pulls up a hat, a New York Knicks hat. And and it's just fucking great. And they showed the bitch shirt, which I still need to get. It's white, has this big smiling Okada face and says bitch on the bottom of it. It's fucking great. But the New York Knicks saw this and they tweeted it. And they're like, yeah, Okada's like OG. And they had a picture of him at one of the playoff games. I don't know, a playoff game of whatever year this was. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious. And then someone was like, God, the guy lives in New York for 2 years and he's already a Knick fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Asians love the basketball. Trust me, my brothers, enough said. Yeah, I don't know why they think, like my brothers used to think that they were going to be like Kobe when they were younger. I'm like, no. Good God, no. First of all, you're slow. Second of all, you're short. No, Asians don't play basketball. Pick another sport. Badminton. There you go. Badminton.
I know that was big in the Asian community.
Badminton is huge. Ping pong, badminton. Yeah. I played fucking badminton in fucking high school. I got a letter off of it. Well, I had my letter, but I got a little pin, a little birdie on my fucking thing, on my K. Anyways, so yeah, so that's wrestling for you. I think that it's really interesting. I know there was a controversial finish to Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. I have not watched it. All I know is there was a fish tank involved. No clue with whatever else. No idea. So this week, folk, going to the 7th anniversary of West Coast Pro. I am excited to see, and this is the first time ever, and I swear I thought they did this at New Japan. Gabe Kidd versus Carl Fredericks. Y'all know I love me some Gabe Kidd, but fucking Carl's the man. BFD. Carl's always going to be the fucking man. So I have that to look forward to, along with a retirement versus championship. So Kevin Blackwood is putting his championship on the line against Vinny Massaro. If Vinny loses, Vinny retires. If obviously if he wins, he gets the championship. I personally think that Kevin Blackwood has been a stale champion for quite a while. This is the second run with it, and I think it's bullshit. So we need to go away with that. So yeah. And I get to see AJ Gray. I love seeing AJ Gray. Him versus Mad Dog Connolly. That's going to open the show, and that's going to be fucking fire. That's going to be the second match of the night. I think the three matches. Really, yeah.
I've seen Blackwood a few times, even in person, and I have not. I've not grabbed on to whatever everyone else is grabbing onto. They're seeing something I'm not seeing, and
yeah, that's a small.
Which is fine. That's why I just don't talk. I don't even think he's that small. Like there's a lot smaller guys on the indies. There's something about him that when I watch, I go, all right.
His body reminds me of kind of like a little slightly out of shape Kyle O'Reilly. If that makes sense. But he is the one from the Buffalo Kids that didn't do anything. So, I mean, he's done AEW a couple of times that there's been no interest. So I don't know, but needs to be said. So I think the 3 matches a night, I'm calling it. It's going to be Gabe Kidd, Carl Fredericks, AJ Gray, Mad Dog Connolly, and the third is going to be Alpha Zoe versus Andrew Cass. My buddy Alpha Zoe having a phenomenal couple of years, but West Coast Pro has been doing him dirty. Even though he is a champ, he got handed a belt, and a lot of us did not like that. So, but I don't book anything because if I did, you know who
matches over and over again.
No, I would not.
Yeah, you would.
I would have brought Cole Cabana because I fucking miss Colt and want to see him.
Yeah, it would have been Colt in a whole bunch of matches, and there's a reason he's never been on top. No one's paying
Yeah.
to see Colt.
But you know what? When Ricky started going to do the indies, I would have said, you need to bring him. And so I was told, oh, yeah, no, he was supposed to do us. I go, really? I don't know about that. Because he was already pissed about when he did it the first time, West Coast Pro. That was on an anniversary show, too. Shout out to me for getting him booked. Did I get a commission? No. I should get payment, i.e., give me some trunks, Stark's trunks.
No.
But yeah, so, oh, guys, well, you know what? That's another episode 1 in the books. Shout out to Marvin, his birthday again. Fucking diva. God damn it.
No.
That's just shake my head at him. So, Marsh, where can we find you?
I'm off the radar a little bit. Although I'm going to be, it looks like, all things considered, for anybody who's a New York Mets fan, it looks like I'm going to be at the Queens Baseball Convention in New York, December 13th. So anybody who goes around, I'm thinking about, I've already started looking up to see some of the costs. I might wear an umpire polo and umpire hat and go as an umpire.
Nice.
To further the ref gimmick a little bit further. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Push it just that extra little oomph it needs, I think.
Ref, it works. It works. Just don't be like Angel Hernandez. Fucking guy.
The ump with the bump, you know?
Yeah, you know. But that's kind of cool. So you can Venmo him at Ref Marsh if you want to contribute to his umpire little outfit.
Yeah.
I'm expecting.
It turns out they're pretty fucking pricey. So
yeah, well, you know, it's like it looks like it's only like black dress pants and a polo.
What's what I mean? But the polo has the MLB logo on it, and the MLB logo is not cheap to fucking license. You know what I mean? The WWE, like wrestling referee. That's the other thing. Like, do they think someone's? Well, I mean, maybe. Like, I was like, are they gonna have fucking somebody just walk out onto the fucking field in a thing and get away with it? Maybe they think someone will. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to price you out from fucking around. So, but we'll see.
I mean, who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows? But like, you know, it that'll be really fun. That'll be very, very fun. So guys, if you want to help Marsh, if you know how to get an MLB patch, I don't know how big it is or not, hook a brother up, a good brother up, we'll say. Guys, you know where you can find me at Ms. Amanda Jane. If you'd like to fund these fucking pay-per-views, PLEs, or this one was a value. I just hope that the next one's a good value too. Well, I hope it's in fucking at the Cow Palace, so I don't have to travel. I just have to go over a bridge. But you know, whatever. Seattle, I don't care. West Coast, baby. Bring me the house shows. I don't care. Whatever. Just saying. That's where you can find me. And thank you once again for joining us for another episode 1. Obviously, I fucked it up earlier because I forgot to ask Marsh what's he drinking, what's in his glass. My bad. That is my bad. So you guys, we will see you next time for another episode 1. That is last call.
Cheers.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers.